The iron chains of discipline. Discipline does not collapse in a single moment. It begins with one small compromise, moving a stop by a few ticks, entering before confirmation, risking slightly more than the plan allows. In the moment, it feels harmless, even justified. This time is different, the mind whispers. But that first rule broken is a seed. And like a seed, it grows in silence until it becomes a tree of chaos. The trader does not notice until the branches of bad habits block out the light of reason, and the account suffers under the weight of what began as a single choice. Excuses are the chains that replace rules. The market looked strong. I had a feeling. News was coming anyway. Each excuse softens the sting of breaking discipline, but each excuse also builds a prison. A trader who justifies every misstep slowly loses sight of the line between strategy and impulse. The comfort of excuses numbs the pain of mistakes, but it also blinds the trader to the truth: discipline is not about comfort. It is about protection. Many traders mistake lack of discipline for flexibility. They tell themselves they are adapting, adjusting, being creative. But flexibility without structure is not strength. It is weakness in disguise. True adaptation is rooted in rules, it bends without breaking. Lack of discipline, on the other hand, breaks without bending. The illusion of flexibility is one of the most dangerous lies a trader can tell themselves, because it feels like freedom, but it is really the slow erosion of order. Discipline is not only rules, it is routine. Waking at the same hour, checking charts with the same process, preparing with the same rituals. To the undisciplined, routine feels like a cage, a suffocating weight. But for the disciplined, routine is armor. It reduces noise, clears the mind, and creates stability in a world built on chaos. Without the cage of routine, the trader becomes a leaf in the wind, blown wherever fear and greed demand. The enemy of discipline is rarely a grand temptation. It is the small ones: the urge to take a setup early, the greed to double size after one win, the impatience to skip journaling. Each small temptation seems insignificant, but discipline is fragile. Like iron, it does not bend easily, but once it cracks, the break spreads quickly. The weight of small temptations is cumulative, they build and build until the structure of order collapses under their silent pressure. The seduction of freedom. There is a seductive lie in trading, that you are free, accountable to no boss, no schedule, no command. But freedom without self-control is chaos. The market does not care if you feel free, it punishes mistakes all the same. Discipline is the price of true freedom. Without it, you are not free, you are enslaved to emotion, to impulse, to every fleeting desire that crosses your mind. The iron chains of discipline may feel heavy, but they are the only chains that set you free. Discipline demands repetition, the same entries, the same exits, the same rules followed again and again. To many, repetition feels boring, dull, lifeless. But in trading, repetition is power. Each disciplined action strengthens the mind, engraves pathways into behavior, and builds resilience against chaos. The pain of repetition is temporary, the strength it builds is permanent. Those who cannot endure the monotony of discipline will be devoured by the unpredictability of markets. A trader often imagines their enemy is the market, or other traders, or hidden forces. But the true enemy of discipline is internal. It is the voice that says, "This one time won't matter." It is the impulse that says, "I know better than my rules." This enemy cannot be defeated by strategies or systems, only by vigilance. Discipline is not enforced once, it must be enforced every day, every trade, every moment, against the enemy within. Sometimes the hardest rule is not entry, not exit, not size. It is waiting. Hours of silence, days of watching, weeks of nothing. Discipline is the ability to sit still when everything inside you screams to act. Waiting is not wasted time, it is preparation. The undisciplined cannot wait. They must chase, they must move, they must do something. And in that urgency, they bleed. Discipline, at its core, is the patience to let the market come to you. When discipline breaks, it rarely breaks loudly. It crumbles in silence. A missed journal here, a larger position there, a stop ignored, a routine skipped. Slowly, the trader wakes to find they are no longer guided by rules, but by whims. And when the collapse of order is complete, the market extracts its price. Accounts fall not because of one bad trade, but because of the erosion of discipline that made the bad trade discipline. The noise of impulse. Impulse is loud. It screams in the trader's mind, enter now. Don't miss it. Double size. Recover the loss. Discipline, by contrast, is quiet. It whispers calmly, wait. Follow the plan. Protect the capital. The problem is that in moments of stress, the noise of impulse drowns out the whisper of discipline. Only through constant training, through repetition, can the whisper grow strong enough to silence the noise. Undisciplined traders often hide behind false confidence. They break rules, then claim they acted with conviction. But conviction without rules is just arrogance. True confidence is born not from reckless decisions, but from the trust that discipline provides. When you follow your rules, you do not need to hope, you know you are consistent, no matter the outcome. The mask of confidence crumbles under pressure, the armor of discipline endures. Rules are not merely restrictions, they are rituals. Writing the plan, setting the stop, journaling the trade, each is a ceremony of discipline. These rituals strengthen identity. I am a trader of order, not chaos. To skip them is not just to skip a step, it is to abandon a part of yourself. The ritual of rules is what separates those who trade for survival from those who gamble for destruction. Impatience is poison to discipline. It whispers, the setup is close enough. Just take it. The move is starting, don't wait for confirmation. Every time impatience wins, discipline dies a little. A patient trader may sit through hours of nothingness, but when the moment comes, they strike cleanly. The impatient trader spends their strength on noise and misses the signal. Discipline is not just about what you do, but about what you refuse to do. When a trader breaks discipline and still wins, the danger multiplies. The mind learns that breaking rules can bring reward. This is the most toxic lesson of all, because it reinforces chaos. The trader feels smart, superior, untouchable, until the inevitable loss arrives, magnified by broken rules. Discipline demands that you measure success not by profit, but by obedience to process. A win outside the rules is not victory, it is poison in disguise. The mirror of accountability. Discipline thrives in accountability. Alone, the mind justifies, alone, excuses multiply. But when rules are written, when trades are journaled, when mistakes are exposed to the mirror of accountability, the truth cannot be denied. Many traders fear this mirror because it shows them who they truly are, not disciplined masters, but impulsive gamblers. Yet only those who face this reflection can begin to change. Habits pull like gravity. Once formed, they guide action without thought. Undisciplined habits drag the trader downward, moving stops, chasing price, ignoring size limits. Disciplined habits lift them upward, checking risk, following the plan, waiting for confirmation. The gravity of habit cannot be escaped, it can only be redirected. Discipline is not a single act, it is the creation of habits that protect you when willpower fails. Most traders focus discipline on entry, but true strength is tested at exit. Fear tempts you to close too early. Greed tempts you to hold too long. Discipline is the steel that keeps you aligned with your plan when the battle is almost won. Many accounts are destroyed not at the beginning of the trade, but at the end. Exit without discipline turns victory into defeat. Every broken rule leaves behind a shadow, regret. The undisciplined trader lives in this shadow, replaying losses, rewriting decisions in their mind, promising to do better next time. But regret without action is meaningless. Discipline is the only cure. When rules are followed, there is no regret, only clarity. You may lose money, but you will not lose yourself. The shadow of regret cannot haunt those who live in the light of discipline. In the end, all roads in trading lead to one iron law: discipline is survival. Without it, no strategy, no indicator, no secret can save you. The market is chaos, and chaos devours the undisciplined. Discipline is the chain that binds the trader to order, the shield that protects against impulse, the anchor that prevents drifting into ruin. It is heavy, it is demanding, it is relentless. But it is the only path that leads to mastery. The cage of self-control. Discipline is a cage, but it is a cage you build for yourself. Many resist it, seeing only restriction. Yet inside this cage lies freedom. Freedom from panic. Freedom from overtrading. Freedom from emotional ruin. The bars of discipline are not walls to trap you, they are boundaries to protect you. Without them, the mind runs wild, and chaos reigns. Some traders disguise their lack of discipline as flexibility. They say, "I adjust to the market, I trade what I feel." But this flexibility is often just impulse wrapped in clever words. True flexibility operates within structure. Discipline does not mean rigidity, it means you adapt, but never abandon the rules that guard your survival. Without discipline, flexibility is just surrender. Few forces test discipline more than revenge trading. After a painful loss, the mind demands balance: win it back. Prove the market wrong. But revenge is poison to process. Discipline whispers, losses are part of the game. Follow the rules. Protect your capital. Each act of revenge is a betrayal of discipline, and each betrayal brings ruin closer. Survival belongs to those who resist the temptation. Discipline is not only tested in moments of fear and greed, it is tested in boredom. Hours of waiting. Days of nothing. Many traders break discipline not because of urgency, but because of emptiness. They trade to feel alive, to escape the stillness. Discipline is the strength to sit in silence, to wait without acting, to endure boredom until the real signal comes. Every time a trader breaks discipline, a scar forms. At first, the scar is small, barely noticed. But over time, these scars accumulate, mental wounds that weaken confidence. The trader no longer trusts themselves, because they know they cannot obey their own rules. Discipline heals this by creating new scars of strength, memories of times you resisted temptation, proof that you can be trusted again. The weight of consistency. Consistency is heavy. It requires the same actions every day, without exception. It means cutting losses when you don't want to, limiting size when you feel greedy, journaling when you feel tired. Many fail because they crave excitement. But trading is not excitement, it is discipline repeated endlessly. The weight of consistency crushes the weak, but it shapes the strong. Discipline rarely feels like triumph. It feels like restraint. It feels like missed opportunity. It feels like patience in the face of urgency. Yet these quiet victories are the foundation of success. Every time you obey your rules, you win, not against the market, but against yourself. These victories do not make headlines, but they build the legacy of a disciplined trader. Discipline is forged in repetition. Not once, not twice, but thousands of times. Each trade journaled. Each stop respected. Each rule followed. Repetition is fire, it burns away weakness and leaves only strength. Those who cannot endure the fire remain brittle. Those who pass through emerge unbreakable. Discipline is lonely. Others chase excitement, celebrate reckless wins, brag about quick profits. You sit quietly, following rules, ignoring noise. The crowd may mock you, call you rigid, call you slow. But when their accounts vanish, and yours survives, the loneliness becomes proof of wisdom. Discipline means walking a path few can endure, but those who do, endure forever. The journey ends with a chain, an unbreakable chain of discipline. Each link is a rule. Each rule is a promise. Each promise is a piece of armor against chaos. Break one link, and the chain weakens. Strengthen the chain daily, and it becomes indestructible. In trading, talent is nothing without this chain. Knowledge is nothing without this chain. Survival, mastery, legacy, all rest upon the unbreakable chain of discipline.